Have you ever come across a familiar scent that seems to float out of nowhere, bringing up deep memories and emotions? These inexplicable smells can be a window into the spiritual dimension, revealing messages and connections that we often overlook. In this video, we'll explore the meanings behind these subtle signals, how they can reflect your emotional and spiritual needs, and how understanding these experiences can bring new understanding to your journey. Get ready to discover how these scents can be guides in your life. I'm James. My own search for meaning and purpose began when I felt lost, yearning for a deeper connection with life. On this journey, I learned that there is immense value in sharing experiences and learning from those of others. Sensory perception as a spiritual channel. Our senses are powerful tools that we often don't value as they should be. Each of them can be a gateway to deeper spiritual experiences. When we talk about sensory perception, we are referring to the ability to feel the world around us in a more intense and meaningful way. This includes not only sight and hearing, but also smell, which is often neglected in discussions about spirituality. Sensing inexplicable smells can be a direct form of communication from the spiritual world. Imagine yourself in a moment of tranquility, perhaps sitting in a park or at home, and suddenly you are enveloped by an aroma that you can't identify. This scent can be as sweet as flowers or have a deeper, earthy quality. It's at that moment that you may realize that your senses are opening up to a dimension that normally goes unnoticed. On my own spiritual journey, I have learned to pay attention to these smells. Once, while meditating, I was surprised by a lavender scent that seemed to fill the room. There was no visible source for the scent, but the feeling it brought me was one of calm and protection. At that moment, I understood that this fragrance could be a message of tranquility, a sign that I was being guided and supported. This connection between smell and spirituality is often underestimated. Sensory perception becomes a channel that allows the energies of the universe to manifest in our lives. I invite you to open up to this possibility. Start observing the smells that surround you, especially those that appear without explanation. Ask yourself, what could this scent be trying to tell me? The answer may be deeper than you think. The energy of emotions. Smells have an intrinsic relationship with our emotions. Each scent we perceive can evoke a variety of feelings, from joy and nostalgia to sadness and anxiety. When we experience a smell without a clear source, that fragrance can reflect the emotions that are present around us, acting as a mirror of our inner state or the energies of the people around us. I remember a time when I walked into a room and noticed a strong smell of wet earth. For me, this scent has always been associated with rebirth and renewal. Immediately, I was transported to childhood memories of playing after the rain. At that moment, I realized that the energy in that room was charged with transformation. This led me to reflect on the changes that were taking place in my life at that moment. The smell not only brought back memories, but also helped me understand that I was going through a process of growth. When you smell an inexplicable aroma, ask yourself how it relates to your emotions. What feelings arise? What memory is evoked? This exercise in introspection can prove extremely enriching. It is an invitation to explore the deepest layers of your being, not just in search of answers, but in search of understanding about what you are experiencing. Be curious and open to identifying the emotions that smells arouse in you. It may be that the scent of vanilla brings up memories of cozy moments with loved ones, while the smell of something burnt can provoke feelings of loss or transformation. Understanding this connection between scent and emotion can be an important step on your spiritual journey, helping you to create an emotional map that will guide your decisions and actions. Also, consider that these scents can be messages from the unconscious or from energies that are around you. When you notice a smell that seems to have no origin, you may be being reminded of something important that needs to be addressed or acknowledged. This is an invitation to become more aware of your emotional and spiritual life. The practice of connecting with the smells around you can open up new dimensions of perception. In doing so, you not only become more aware of yourself, but also begin to perceive the interconnection between you and the world around you. The energy of emotions, manifested through smells, can become a powerful tool in your journey. allowing you to navigate your feelings and understand your relationship with the universe in a deeper and more meaningful way. Discover how sensory perception can intensify your spiritual connection in the 21-day spiritual challenge. Learn to decipher the sense and emotions that surround your life and transform your inner journey. Curious to find out more? Check out the link in the first pinned comment. When we talk about memories and aromas, we're really touching on a profound aspect of the human experience. The sense of smell, more than the other senses, has a direct connection with the limbic system, the part of the brain that deals with emotions and memories. This means that a smell can instantly transport us to a specific moment in time, reminding us of people, places, or feelings we thought we had forgotten. Have you ever smelled a familiar perfume and, in an instant, remembered a loved one who is no longer physically present? This is a common and powerful experience. When you encounter an inexplicable scent, you may feel the presence of someone you love, even if that person is gone. These smells can act as messengers, reminding us that the connection with those we love is never broken. They may be sending us signals, showing us that, in a way, they are still with us. It's a reminder that love transcends death, and that the essence of who we are remains alive in the memories we build. On my own journey, I have already experienced this connection. Once, while walking in a park, a sweet, familiar scent invaded my senses, something I hadn't felt for years. It was as if I was back at my grandmother's house, where the flowers in the yard exuded a scent that brought calm and love. At that moment, I realized that she was there, somehow. This feeling of closeness brought me comfort and peace, reminding me that spirituality is not just about beliefs, but about the experiences we live and the connections we make. Now, when talking about awakened intuition, it's important to understand that this perception goes beyond what we can see or touch. When we sense unexplained smells, this can be a sign that our intuition is manifesting itself more clearly. Intuition is an inner voice, a guide that leads us to a deeper understanding of what is happening around us. By paying attention to these signals, we can begin to tune into our emotions and the insights that arise. Imagine yourself in a moment of doubt, wondering which direction you should take. If you suddenly smell something that is reminiscent of security or love, this could be an indication that you are on the right path, or that you should allow yourself to feel this love and security that is available to you. It's like an internal compass that aligns with our personal truth. When I began to connect more with my intuition, I noticed that small details, such as smells, began to stand out in my consciousness. The smell of fresh coffee reminded me of moments of tranquility and reflection, while the scent of wet earth connected me to cycles of renewal and growth. These sensory moments became guides in my life, helping me to make decisions and better understand the challenges I faced. It's essential that you start paying attention to what you feel when you perceive these scents. Write down the smells you pick up, how you feel, and what memories or emotions they evoke. This practice not only helps you to better understand your own experience, but also to strengthen your connection with intuition. Each aroma can become a starting point for deeper reflection on your life and choices. Intuition grows stronger as you allow yourself to immerse yourself in your emotions and reflections. The more you open yourself up to these experiences, the clearer the path you need to follow becomes. Feel free to share these insights with people you trust, or even in a journal, where you can describe the experience and your interpretations. This practice can create a safe space to explore what these messages mean to you. Also, consider that this intuition is not something to be feared or ignored. Often, we tend to dismiss our feelings or perceptions, thinking that they are just figments of the imagination. However, by embracing these moments, you begin to recognize that life is a tapestry of interwoven experiences, and every detail is important. When you allow yourself to feel and explore these nuances, you begin to see the world through a new lens. Reality becomes richer and full of hidden meanings, and this can be incredibly liberating. The practice of being present, feeling, and allowing yourself to experience these moments is a vital step on the spiritual journey. Intuition becomes an ally, guiding you in moments of uncertainty and helping you to realize that you are part of something bigger. So when you come across unexplained scents, don't ignore them. Ask yourself what they might be trying to tell you. How do you feel about them? What memories do they evoke? How do these smells influence your perception of the present moment? By asking these questions, you not only connect more deeply with your intuition, but also open up to a broader understanding of your spiritual self. Life is a constant invitation to explore. Every scent, every sensation, every emotion is a learning opportunity. Embrace this journey, allowing smells and intuitions to be your guides. Explore what each experience brings to you, and allow yourself to grow through them. This will not only help you to connect with your deepest essence, but also to recognize the beauty and complexity of life around you. Connecting with the spiritual plane. When we experience unexplainable smells, we may be facing one of the most subtle yet powerful ways of connecting with the spiritual plane. This connection is not something distant or inaccessible. It is, in fact, an everyday experience that can offer us profound insights and guidance. The scents that surround us can be messengers from spiritual entities, guides, or even departed loved ones. On several occasions, I have witnessed people reporting experiences of smelling a familiar scent in times of emotional need. This can be interpreted as a spiritual visitation, a reminder that we are not alone, and that there are forces beyond this physical world that care about us. These experiences are more common than you might think. Often, the presence of a specific scent, such as the smell of a favorite flower of someone who has passed on, can bring comfort and peace in times of pain or loneliness. These smells can also be signs that we are being guided on our journey. For example, smelling incense can be an invocation of protection and spiritual cleansing, while the smell of wet earth can be a call for renewal and a fresh start. By paying attention to these signs, we can open up a deeper channel of communication with what lies beyond the physical. It's important to develop the ability to discern these scents and what they might mean to you. Often, the key to this connection lies in a state of presence and awareness. When you allow yourself to slow down, breathe deeply, and connect with your senses, messages from the spiritual plane can become clearer. Try this. In a quiet moment, close your eyes, breathe, and observe the scents around you. What do they evoke? What emotions or memories arise? This practice can not only strengthen your spiritual connection, but also promote deep self-knowledge. The meaning of scents. Each scent that reaches us is like a word in a language that we need to learn to understand. The meaning of the smells we smell is not universal. It is deeply personal and rooted in our experiences and emotions. For example, the smell of fresh flowers can refer to moments of love and joy, while the smell of smoke can symbolize transformation, change, or even the need for purification in some aspect of our life. When reflecting on an aroma you smell, consider what it represents to you. The smell of a cake baking can bring up memories of childhood, family meals, love, and care. On the other hand, a musty smell can evoke feelings of abandonment or unresolved things. These scents can be portals to our inner selves, helping us to understand our emotions and moods. It's essential to keep a scent diary. Whenever you smell something you can't explain, write down what you were thinking or feeling at the time and what the scent reminded you of. Over time, you'll begin to notice patterns and develop your own language for understanding these experiences. This practice not only strengthens your connection with the spiritual world, but also helps you get to know yourself better. In addition, by opening up to the meaning of scents, you may begin to notice that they are often aligned with the challenges or joys you are experiencing at that moment. For example, if you are going through a transitional phase and suddenly smell wet earth, this could be a sign that nature is on your side, helping you to cultivate new opportunities in your life. So, by integrating these scents into your spiritual practice, you not only broaden your perception, but also embrace the richness and depth of human experiences. Remember that each aroma has a story, and by opening yourself up to these tales, you allow the spiritual plane to manifest in your life in a more meaningful way. The journey is just beginning, and each scent can be a guide to new discoveries. Personal interpretation is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. When it comes to unexplained smells, this interpretation becomes even more relevant, as each scent carries with it a unique symbolism and connection for each of us. It's important to remember that there is no single right answer. What matters is what these smells mean to you. Throughout my journey, I've noticed that smells can take us back to specific moments in our lives, to loved ones, or to deep emotions. For example, the smell of a perfume your grandmother used to wear can bring up memories of affection, security, and love. On the other hand, the scent of wet earth can evoke a sense of renewal and growth after the rain. These associations are personal and often linked to lived experiences, so it's vital that you allow yourself to explore what each scent represents in its own context. To facilitate this reflection, I suggest you keep a diary where you can write down the experiences related to these smells. When you smell an inexplicable aroma, pause and ask yourself, what does this make me feel? What memories come up? What emotions are linked to this smell? This exercise will not only promote self-knowledge, but will also allow you to connect more deeply with your own feelings and intuitions. Another interesting approach is meditation. Take some time to sit quietly and focus on your breathing. As you meditate, pay attention to the smells around you. Allow them to come to you without judgment. Notice how each scent relates to your emotions and thoughts. This practice can help attune your mind to messages that may be lurking beneath the surface of your consciousness. In addition, each scent can be an opportunity for spiritual growth. By interpreting these experiences in a personal way, you can discover new aspects of yourself and even unlock parts of your life that have been lying dormant. Awareness of scents can become a guide on your journey, helping you to better understand your desires, fears, and aspirations. The practice of meditation is a powerful tool for tuning into signals from the spiritual world. Often, our minds are so full of distractions that it becomes difficult to perceive the subtle messages around us. By meditating, you create a space of tranquility where you can connect more deeply not only with your own essence, but also with the energies that permeate our universe. During meditation, try to open up to whatever comes your way. You may be surprised to notice that, in moments of silence, smells begin to intensify or manifest themselves more clearly. This could be a sign that you are becoming more attuned to the energies around you. Meditation is not just a relaxation practice, but a powerful tool for spiritual connection. Try creating an environment conducive to this practice. Choose a quiet place where you feel comfortable. Light a candle or incense if it helps to create a more spiritual atmosphere. Sit in a comfortable position and start breathing deeply. As your mind calms down, allow yourself to notice the smells that arise. They may be subtle at first, but over time, you may begin to notice a variety of aromas that weren't there before. As you meditate, reflect on what these smells might mean. They could be messages from departed loved ones, guidance from spiritual guides, or simply a way of connecting with nature. Don't worry about labeling or defining each scent. Instead, allow yourself to feel and accept the experience. Regular meditation practice can also help develop your intuition, making you more receptive to these messages. As you become more aware of your senses, you will find it easier to interpret not only smells, but also other signals that may arise in your life. This creates a positive cycle, where you become more attentive and, consequently, more connected to the spiritual world. Finally, remember that interpreting smells and practicing meditation are not just isolated experiences. They are part of a continuous process of growth and learning. By embracing these moments and allowing yourself to explore what they mean to you, you open yourself up to a universe of possibilities that can enrich your spiritual journey. It is essential to be gentle with yourself during this process. Sometimes it can be difficult to decipher what a smell represents or to understand the message it carries. Don't pressure yourself to find immediate answers. Instead, trust that clarity will come with time and practice. I invite you to actively engage in this journey of discovery. By integrating your personal interpretation of smells with your meditation practice, you are not only deepening your connection with the spiritual world, but also cultivating a greater understanding of yourself. Allow yourself to feel, explore, and grow. This is the essence of the spiritual journey, a path of self-knowledge, connection, and transformation. Opening up to new spiritual experiences is an essential aspect of our journey. When we start to smell inexplicable smells, it invites us to explore dimensions that we often ignore. Many people live their lives in a very linear way, focusing only on what is tangible and familiar. However, when something out of the ordinary, such as an aroma with no apparent source, begins to manifest, this can be a subtle but powerful invitation to expand our perception and spiritual connection. The first thing to understand is that these experiences are not merely random. They are invitations to explore. When you smell something you can't identify, stop for a moment and breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what does this smell evoke in me? What emotions does it bring up? This practice of active listening can open doors to new understandings and insights. For example, a sweet scent can remind you of moments of joy or love, while a heavier smell can bring to the surface issues that need to be worked through. Opening up to these experiences also means welcoming uncertainty. Fear of the unknown often prevents us from exploring our senses and intuitions. Remember that spiritual growth often happens in areas of discomfort. When we let go of the need to understand everything perfectly, we create space for new perceptions and experiences to reveal themselves. You may begin to notice that, as you open up to these experiences, your intuition grows stronger. This deeper connection can lead to greater clarity about your own emotions and the world around you. By accepting these signals, you begin to realize the interconnectedness of all things. Every scent, every sensation, can be a reflection of what is happening inside and around you. This interconnectedness is a fundamental aspect of spirituality. By recognizing that we are part of a greater whole, we begin to see how our individual experiences intertwine with the experiences of others. This can promote a sense of belonging and a deeper understanding of our spiritual purpose. What's more, this openness can lead to meaningful encounters with other people. When you share your experiences with unexplained smells, you may be surprised to discover that other people also have similar stories. This exchange creates a network of support and understanding, allowing you and others to explore together what these signs might mean. Don't underestimate the power of community. It can be a source of strength and inspiration throughout your journey. Another important dimension to consider is the practice of gratitude. When you smell something unexplainable, express gratitude for the experience. This practice not only strengthens your connection with the spiritual, but also opens your heart to more experiences. Gratitude is a powerful manifestation tool. By recognizing and being grateful for these small communications, you can attract more of them into your life. Now, let's talk about accepting the mystery. Often, our analytical mind seeks logical explanations for everything. However, life is full of enigmas that don't need to be completely solved in order to be appreciated. Accepting mystery is an act of faith and surrender. When you smell an aroma that you can't identify, simply allow yourself to feel it. Ask yourself what it means to you without the pressure of finding an immediate answer. This practice can be liberating and open up new dimensions of your spirituality. Life is a journey of discovery, and often what matters most is not the answer itself. Over time, you may realize that certain smells are associated with specific moments in your life or with people who have crossed your path. This connection can enrich your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Finally, remember that accepting mystery doesn't mean resigning yourself to confusion. On the contrary, it is a celebration of the complexity of life. Every scent, every sensation, is a part of the great puzzle that is human existence. By opening up to these experiences and accepting them as part of your journey, you allow yourself to live more fully and consciously. In the end, openness to new experiences and acceptance of mystery are two interconnected facets of spirituality. They invite us to explore, to grow, and to connect with something greater than ourselves. So embrace these opportunities with an open heart and a curious mind. Allow yourself to feel, explore, and, above all, accept that life is a wonderful tapestry of experiences and mysteries.